You may have heard of this crazy car part called a catalytic converter. But what is it, why is it important, and what does this thing even do? Our experts at Toyota of North Charlotte are making it simple. Every day you drive your Toyota, you see many other drivers on the road. You'll even notice smoke and smog occasionally. But have you ever thought about the pollution? The catalytic converter was created to reduce the amount of harmful pollutants that your car's exhaust system releases. Pretty cool, right? It has such an important role in your car, whether you've heard of this part or not. We're giving you the breakdown. What does a catalytic converter do? This bad boy gets those harmful pollutants your car creates, like toxic gases, and converts them into water vapor and carbon dioxide. These emissions are safer for the environment. So once they've been converted, they are released from the exhaust. Typically, your catalytic converter is made out of ceramic with metal coatings and in a metal box. Now, 3 steps happen before the emissions can even leave the exhaust. So your Toyota is doing a lot of work, not only under the hood, but under the body as well. So it works in 3 steps. In the first 2 steps, it takes the dirty gases coming from the engine and turns them into cleaner gases. After that, the car checks how much of these gases are coming out and adjusts the fuel to keep everything running well. To do this properly, the car needs to have the right amount of oxygen in the system. There's a sensor that tells the car how much oxygen is there, and then the car figures out how to use the right amount of oxygen to make the dirty gases safer to release into the air. Your catalytic converter works hand in hand with your car's engine. Did you know hybrids actually don't use this part as much, which allows you to not waste as much gas and release little to no emissions? Back to the rest of the world. Now, we mentioned the underbody of your car, but where is this actually happening? Your catalytic converter is located under your car. It's basically in a metal box roughly the size of a loaf of bread that is actually bolted to your car right between the exhaust and the engine. Since it's bolted, it means it'll be harder for those thieves to steal your car part. Without one, you'll be stuck with a number of issues, so it's extremely important to have yours checked out during routine maintenance appointments. Now, why are these things so important? Without a catalytic converter, harmful chemicals will be released into the air from your car's exhaust. If we didn't have this part on our cars, there would be so much smog in the air. This would make it extremely difficult to breathe and affect our environment. Due to its location, your catalytic converter can get damaged pretty easily or even overheat. I know you might be worried now, but here are a few things you can look out for. If this part is damaged, you'll notice a number of things, like the check engine light is on. This is one of the most obvious signs. You'll see a bright light shining in the shape of an engine. It's time to stop by and get your Toyota checked out by an expert. A very loud engine. Your car will become extremely loud. Typically, you won't hear your engine unless you've swapped out your exhaust. But if your car is pretty much stock or not too modified, you may want to check if your catalytic converter is still intact. You'll hear a rattling sound coming right from under your car. There's even smells. Ew, a smelly car. This is the absolute worst. Not only is it embarrassing, but horrible. You'll notice a rotten egg smell, similar to sulfur. Sometimes you'll even see black smoke coming out of the back of your car. Yikes. That's why your catalytic converter is so important. Our experts know just how difficult it can be to work on these tougher parts on your own. If you notice these signs and want to learn more about your catalytic converter from one of our certified Toyota technicians, come on down to Toyota of North Charlotte, just off I-77 at exit 23 in Huntersville.